arigatou gozaimasu. Please forgive me, I'm not really frequent with the Nihon language, with Japanese, so forgive me use English to present my introduction, and thank you for your understanding. I only can say arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, so it's a pleasure to have the chance to deliver our product information and our latest performance and some of our functionalities with the robotics product with all of you. And we are thank you for TechShare's event and the effort. Also, thank you for everyone's coming to here today. So my name is Irving Chen. I'm responsible for the part of the sales and the marketing job from Unitree. So for today, I will be majorly to introduce about the functionality and the performance from Unitree about the industry directions. I suppose most of you guys have been know Unitree for quite a few years probably. So I won't be take too much long time to introduce Unitree company and our histories. So for today, I majorly will be introduce the functionalities and the industry directions for our quadruped robot product and the solutions. And I will be majorly from the several of the divisions and to introduce and sorry, so as you may can see here. So firstly, from the introduction to the quadruped robot inspection solutions, and secondly, the process of the inspection, and also we have the digital twin platform, intelligent identification, and the introduction to about the hardware flexible deployment, and a few of the other scenarios. So I will be introduced one by one, but before start my presentation, please allow me take 3 to 5 minutes to share 2 or 3 videos with all of you, and is the latest video. The real performance with the real performance. I'm not sure whether any of you have been seeing this video before. As many of my friends and every of our clients who saw the video they are super surprised. So please allow me to share with you. I mute the microphone, but the video is a real video, no computer CG, no computer editions. It's a real video. So everyone can find this video from the YouTube channel. So it's already in the YouTube. The B2 weird version. So we also have the B2 robot outside the building. And this one is, the robot itself is more than 60 kg. Of course, we have a plan to make much more light in the near futures. And the payload, as you can see, is close to 35 kg. So the totally, this robot is a 100 kg weight, and you can see how the sport performance of the robot itself is climbing the slope and quickly going down and quickly go up. Very smooth and very stabilities. So meanwhile, for the time reason, please allow me to share another video. This is another one, also the B2 robots. Also, the same video we also can find from the YouTube. It shows the climbing the mountains. This video, this one is around 5 minutes. None of any computer additions, none of any CG. So it's a real video, really performance. And everyone can see if you want to check later, see the video. I'll see the YouTube. We're showing the robot climbing the mountains to cross over the obstacles, while keep the balance, while keep the speed, keep the fastest performance. Please allow me to do some introduction. Unitree will be majorly focusing the wheeled and the leg version in the near future, because it depends on our expectation that the wheeled and the leg robots will stay with the high performance of the stability, payload capability, also with a long battery lifetime, and the speed is much more faster than we expected. So the speed is much more faster than we expected. And the idea is, if only the leg robot do the inspection in the facility, 1 hour, 1 round. But we strongly believe the wheeled and the leg robot together version, at least is 3 times fast. So 3 round 1 hours. During that stage, the time is the money, time is the cost for everything, is much more efficiently. But and for Unitree, the reason why we are constantly focusing the ground mobility platform, the reason is we are thinking is a totally blue ocean, is totally new marketing, have a huge space and various different possibilities in the near future. The major point is we have been seeing the air drone business. One of the top brand we call the DJI, the air drone business. Now the air drone business is already have the huge marketing space in the worldwide. But ground mobility, we still hasn't seen too much for our industrial use case or commercial or service or even for the families. So Unitree is a commitment to join the journey about the ground mobility robotics platform. And we are thinking to make the improvement with the ground mobility solutions. And we are strongly believe the ground mobility business can be growing in the next few years. The size might be able to catch the air mobility same. So what's the size of the air mobility business can be covering, that we strongly believe the ground mobility business can be same. But the challenge is for the air mobility, there is 3 dimensions. So almost no obstacles. And the marketing, the clients will be only demand maybe for 1 hour's drive for 1 day. So almost no one ask for 24 hours drive. So what we feeling is for the ground mobility. Firstly, is have a lot of obstacles. The buildings, the doors, the stairs, many of the different obstacles needed to cover. And another point is people is requesting, the client requests 24 hours working. Of course, that's eventually, we can do the step by step, 5 hours first stage, 8 hours second stage, 12 hours third stage. It can be the process, but people is asking for the 24 hours for the ground mobility solutions. So that's why also there is many different obstacles and challenges compared with the air mobility solution and the ground mobility solutions. So eventually we are thinking the challenge for the air mobility solution compared with the ground mobility solutions. The ground mobility is much more difficult and more challenges compared with air mobility. And from there, we are thinking the ground mobility business is around 6 to 10 years behind the air mobility business. But the marketing space can be very huge, same as the air mobility. However, it will be much more difficult, much more challenges. So maybe around 6 to 10 years behind. So now we already see the air mobility business is really huge, and we see the possibility of the ground mobility solutions is going up very soon. And please allow me to share another opinion about Unitree. We are much more focusing as a ground platform supplier in the past few years when Unitree just beginning. Similar like DJI 10 years ago, they are also only the platform supplier. But eventually, Unitree hopefully to become two positions. One is a ground platform supplier. Another is ground solution supplier. So for the ground solution supplier, our target is only for two targets right now. One is for the inspection. Inspection we are doing not for the every ground. We are doing for the high volume factory. what means high volume factory is semiconductor factory, car manufacturing. It should be a high volume factory, not common product factory. Another for inspection is about like the electric power station, nuclear power station, or oil power station. Such kind of like that is a foundation business, foundation field for the civilians, for our cities. So inspection for those two, but not for the public. It's for the industry directions. And we have been seeing but we still hadn't catch the explosion proof, of course, but more than 80% of the areas that we can cover in without explosion proof normally. So this is our target for the inspection. So we are targeting for the, please allow me to continue. We are targeting for the electric, oil, or even nuclear area for the automatic solutions. And the high volume factories, semiconductor, car manufacturer, or any kind of the, or even the mobile phone, or even any kind of the others high volume factories. And please allow me to continue. So, so here is our plan. I'm sorry, the document is not clear because my computer size is not really matched, but I will try to explain clearly. If anyone have interest with the document, you can feel free to ask me after we finish the presentation. You can feel free to ask me. So let me introduce one by one. I think now is much more easy to see. Okay, now is much. So firstly, is a quadruptor robot. Is a platform first, and with a robot also with a payload. And secondly, we are working for the it's for the inspection host and the analyze host. Inspection host, analyzer host is like that way. So inspection means it's a mobility platform. Go to there and to take the pictures or to collect the data. So this means inspection. And the analyze is after I collect the data, so I send back the control any information to my control center to analyze. Finally, I make the report to my system to my control centers. Give me a moment, please. So let me share this case with you. I have the one of the very successful case from China. It's called from the Chinese grid of the factory. So Chinese level 1 electric power station. So as you can see, State Grid is a China electric companies, is the level 1, toppest one, one of the biggest company in China. We are using our robotics solution to make the inspection internal, underground tunnel. So here is one of the sample. Here is the automatic charging station. After the 20% of the batteries, the robot will go back to the automatic charging. Okay. So it's under a tunnel. And please allow me. This is a very important requirement and the solution. So firstly, we are 3D print to make the 3D maps with the point cloud and for the tunnel environment. Secondly, okay, as you can see, we have the many different, sorry, it's a Chinese language, but actually this video is not by Unitree, it's by the client, they made the video. We have different sensors with the robot, and we're using the arm to take some of the facility, some of the chart from here, and finally to collect the data. So after collect data, we send back the data to the control system. So the control system analyze the data. And is mentioned okay, now he's working. So this is important, to collect the data, to read the data environment. So this is very important. Please allow me to explain more. In the past of the 30 years, even in the past of the 50 years, the common way to make the inspection in this environment, we call the 3D. I call the 3D. Difficult, dirty, dangerous. So we call the 3D. I mentioned 3D, I always. Difficult, dirty, and dangerous. And what we see in the near future, especially 5 years to 10 years, even in China, it's a huge population. we face the same situations. The young generations never want to go to the 3D environment anymore. So new labors, the age beginning from the 30, the age beginning from 40, they never want to work in such kind of the 3D place. Difficult, dirty, and dangerous. And which means if we see beginning from now, 5 years to 10 years, so there will have the huge labors resources problems for such kind of environment. And we need to find more solutions using the unmanned machine to make it works. And such kind of environment is very important. The reason is, for example, in this year, October, early of October, in Singapore, the metro stopped twice by some accident. So Singapore country metro stopped twice early of the October this year, and that caused a huge traffic in Singapore during the twice of the huge accident by the metro stop. And that not only cost the people traffic, it also cost a huge economics lost in Singapore by those 2 days. So it's a very important news. Everyone can be checked from the internet. So after that the government report. After that the government report is probably because in the 3D environment, difficult, dirty, dangerous. Normally, the company will be asked a labor 100 times to check each month. However, the real situation is in the worldwide, we think they only check 10 times each month, less than 10%. So they just say, okay in the paper or in the document, but normally never really go to check the facility in the 3D environment. And this situation will be going to much more seriously in the next 5 to 10 years. And because we are lack of the new young generation human resources, and the young generations never want to go to working with a 3D environment. So during that time, the ground mobility business for industry solution, for industry divisions will be huge increased, and the business size will be much more big than air drone, because it's a 24 hours working, not 1 hour, 2 hours working per day. But air drone is just 1 hour, 2 hours working. So we can imagine the marketing size in the near future. So that's why Unitree is 100% focusing such kind of environment. And please allow me continue. So this is one of the samples. So we read the data. Also here is because under the ground, the tunnel, the network is very large. So we build the self-connection network by ourselves. Also check the environment, check the temperature. So everything is about a check. In the past of the 50 years is by the human beings. However, in few years later, I think the time will be changed. Time will be changed to the robotics, to the automatic robotic unmanned machine, ground mobility. And so this is our solution. And another point is, sorry, forgive me, I introduced too much beyond the PowerPoint, but I much more would like to share with you. Another point is, if we see if we see my mobile phone, okay, so top point means expensive, unstable, the quality is not good, unstability, and functionality also bad, is not good. It means ground mobility business right now. The low point means is like tower. So it's like tower. The low point means the air drone. Air drone is cheaper, stability, comprehensive with the functionalities. So each 1 to 2 years, the ground mobility business will be going down. Each 1 to 2 years, the price of the ground mobility going down. The quality of the ground mobility solution will be going up, and the solutions, the functionality going better. So each 1 to 2 years, let's say the 20%, 15% to 20% going down. Normally, we strongly believe 6 to 10 years. So the time will be changed for the ground mobility. So this is the total idea to compare about the ground mobility business with air mobility business. I'm sorry, I take too much long time to introduce about our roughly ideas, but this is very important. This is the background of the whole business. That's why we are strongly working for these directions. So please allow me continue to share the documents. Okay, so now you can roughly understand the inspection host because through this video samples also analyze the host. But we send back the big data to the system, and the systems can be reported with us. System can be reported. From here is UI interface because one similar like the airdrome or any other of the industry solutions, everything needed the UI interface to easily for users to how to control with the solutions, how to control with the robots. So normally we say it's just a give the key product. I just give the key to you so you can open the key, open the door, everything is easy to use. So transform to key. So I just is a key product. And allow me to continue. From here is the inspection process. And firstly, we are going to such kind of the environment. Normally, we go to the outdoor or indoor bus. Okay, normally we go to the factories, facilities. Normally, in the industrial place, and we build the 3D map, 3D point cloud. And now we are in here. We are using the unmanned machine. Not only need the robot dog, but any kind of unmanned machine. Using the unmanned machine with the mobility functionality and with a different device like the LiDAR, camera, scanner, or even robotic arm, or even any kind of the different product. Okay, combined together. So is we call the mobile platform with the solutions. And from here. And from here is we intelligent recognition the algorithms. So it's about the data. We take the picture about the inspection host. We take the picture and we read the data and send back to the control system. Here we call the big data. Recognize the big data and finally make the report. If they have any dangerous, so finally report to the engineer. So finally the image eventually is normally in the near future, the engineer only needed to sit down in the office, but the robot go to check the facility, go to check the working. No one needed to go to the 3D environment anymore. So this is our targets. And another point is I think maybe Japan also same, also China and many of other countries same, especially in the summertime. Summertime is crazy hot. Everyone using the AC, so with a very high demand of the electric power. So during that time, during that moment, in the past of the 50 years, during the summertime, every electric factories or oil factories, no stop. Government never allowed them to stop. So during that time, every electric power station are overwhelmed. Most factories in the worldwide. And during that time, most of the electric factory are built more than 30 years ago. Normally built in 1950 or 1980 or 1990 or 2000 years. So, which means at least such kind of factory are 20 years old or even 50 years old. But they still need to working over the summer and overwhelmed. And it's similar like an older man, constantly working, no stop in the summertime. So, but government never allows them to stop. So in the near future, we are trying to using the unmanned machine to try to make the works. Sorry, give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Sorry. Okay, please allow me continue. So here is a digital twin platform. This is the digital twin platform from us, and we are 3D scanners as a process, the environment, and finally is a report to the system, and too easily to control with the system. And this is the most difficult and challenging process during our inspection way. So the point is each different chart are totally different, and every different factories the chart are totally different. Let me provide a sample. My mobile is iPhone 1 to iPhone 15, even from the same brand, but many years. So the mobile phone also changed a lot. So this kind of the chart, this kind of facility also changed a lot. So what we need to do is, after we take the picture, we need to analyze the data. But how to analyze the data is a very challenging point, right? Because each different data, each different chart are totally different. And each different factory have a very high standard rules, how to manage it. So this is one of the biggest challenges for Unitree while we are doing for the inspection process for the factory, for the business, for the projects. And we spend a huge budget from here, but still face a huge challenge and difficult. We still hasn't crossed over about this. And finally, I've been thinking through this way, it should be work with the partners and the partners together. For example, because Unitree is a Chinese company, everyone knows is about the politicians, some kind of the product issues. So now what we're thinking is Unitree is much more prefer to become stay as a hardware supplier, like the Chinese food. But when we bring the Chinese food to Japan, we need to make Japanese style. I'm not sure if you can understand me. So it should be adopted with the Japanese culture, with the Japanese solutions. So finally, my product, okay, it can be say Chinese food, but Japanese style, Japanese culture, Japanese solution. Okay, this is our target and the plan is because for such kind of the project and requirement, only the local people, local team, local culture can be trying to solve, can be make it happen, can be make it work. Chinese team never have any chance to make it work. So finally, our target is, it can be China hardware, but Japanese style, Japanese station, a Japanese solution, Japanese culture. So finally, it maybe can be accepted by the Japanese marketing and business cultures. Okay, this is what I want to deliver. From here is we have the different solutions, different hardwares. The PTZ camera. Sometimes if you want, we can add the robotic arm. Sorry, the PowerPoint looks not clear. Not clear. Okay. So it also can be the robotic arm because sometimes we need to raising the robotic arm. And from here, there is one of the device. Let me do the explain. Here is one of the device. It's about the voice detector or low product detector. Please allow me to share with you. Give me a moment. Where is the fluke? Where is the fluke? Okay, here. Here, this is a by fluke, but Japan have the second. I think is the second one of the brand very famous. We call the second. Similar product company, similar in the same market. So we're using the fluke, but in Japan we're using the second normally. So the job is okay here. Okay here. Let's see. Let's say here. We say here and here. Normally, people inspection, our eyes, our ears cannot see is there any leak from the facility, from the terminal. But only such kind of product, okay, he can see, so he can check the facility. So normally we will be not only using the camera, but also will be integration with the various of the device to make the inspection. So Fluke or SECOM is one of the functionalities. So just to deliver the idea as you may can understand. Okay, we have the various different solutions. With the hardware also combined with the different software. And normally we do the indoor inspection and outdoor inspection. So, but both, everything is aimed for the industry divisions. We are not targeting for the families. We are not targeting for the commercial service. Only targeting for the industry directions. Industry. Here is few of the business sample. Forgive me, my presentation is almost end of the close. So for example, such kind of environment. 500,000 voltage in the electric power station. So such kind of environment is clean, is not but dangerous. So we also in the 3D field. It's dangerous because it's such kind of the high electric volume. If any people standing here, maybe will be died as soon as possible. So now we are trying to using the unmanned machine to make an inspection. Ground mobility solutions. And many of the different payload actually is very maturity solutions. But now we only need to how to combine with it together to make the Japanese style, Japanese solution. Okay, finally to service to the marketing. Okay, this is a few of our samples. And also in the oil, this maybe a coal factory. Some of the different marketing directions. And finally, Unitree we have been partnered with many different companies and teams. And the business is not easy with the industry directions with the robotics. And for Unitree side, we are involved the journey, and we appreciate if any of our friends and partners are happy to join the journey with Unitree together. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I only can speak in English. So if any questions, please feel free, let me know. Thank you very much.